welcome to our book review moment from the Resource Center for the Presbytery of West Virginia. In today's video, I will introduce you to the resource, Sustainable Young Adult Ministry, Making It Work, Making It Last, by Mark DeVries and Scott Pointier, published in 2019 by InterVarsity Press. DeVries and Pointier acknowledge in this book that young adults are a hard group to keep active in our church congregations. There are several reasons for this, such as financial issues. Young adults don't have access to much money, and they're not institutionally minded. Because they're not a strong source of giving, some churches tend to ignore them. Another reason is that they are a transient population. Young adults are often starting new careers in new places, getting married and moving away or changing schools. Using the analogy of tumbleweeds, the author explains what happens with some young adult ministries. A tumbleweed starts as a green plant that is rooted in the ground until it is time to reproduce. It then gathers all the earth's nutrients into its seeds and cuts itself loose from the earth. As the apparently dead clump moves with the wind, it drops its seeds, which become new plants. Some churches are tumbleweed churches. Its young adults are like these seeds. If they have been well nourished, the seeds from your congregation will go where God sends them to sprout and continue to be God's love in the world. It's a good thing to be a greenhouse for the nourishment and spiritual growth of young adults, but the problem with this may be that new young adults don't come into a congregation to take the place of these seeds that have traveled away. While it's not bad to be a tumbleweed church, this book is about becoming more than a temporary place of nourishment. It is a book for all congregations willing to learn from the mistakes of others and consider advice from churches that have been successful in creating and sustaining a young adult ministry. The authors believe that it is vital that we seize this moment in history to pass on our faith to the next generation, using a deliberate, sustainable process to help the gospel flourish among young adults. They believe that young adult ministry is within the reach of every congregation, though the age group of 18 to 29 is missing from many, if not most, of our church congregations. Some are the folk who check the box none when asked what is their church affiliation. DeVries and Pointier point out mistakes made by many congregations. Mistake number 1. Don't think your young adults are like all others or like you were when you were their age. Get to know your own young adults personally and to know what it is they need and want. Mistake number 2. Changing the worship style. Don't come up with a brand new type of worship service to attract young adults. Instead, help your young adults become leaders who will help lead worship in new direction if that is what's needed. Maybe that means just a little change or a bit of tweaking. Mistake number 3. Expect the youth director to do it all. Mistake number 4. Don't start by creating a young adult program. The authors say what they aren't looking for is a group of baby boomers to plan their social events and offer spiritually focused lessons and speeches. Mistake number 5. Wait until they're ready. Don't wait to let your young adults lead. In our society, young adults are already leading, while many churches wait for young people to pay their dues or become more like us before taking leadership roles. Mistake number 6. Giving up too soon. If you try a few things and they don't work, then don't give up. Keep praying and keep trying. DeVries and Pointier want us to make ministry to and for young adults a priority. Studies show that young adults attend and stay where they are a priority. We are asked in this book to pay attention to this generation. We read that paying attention requires that we treat young adults as they are, not as we wish them to be. It requires an investment not simply of time, money, and energy, but also of experimentation and adaptation of our current models. After a clear introduction in Chapter 1, the next 6 chapters of this book are devoted to stopping churches from making damaging mistakes. Chapter 8 strives to inspire us to believe that our church can be a church welcoming to young adults. The next chapters then take readers through the process of building a long-term, thriving, sustainable young adult ministry in a context that works for your congregation and community. If you or your congregation are interested in creating and sustaining a vital young adult ministry, then you might want to start by reading Sustainable Young Adult Ministry, Making It Work, Making It Last. You can find this book from your favorite bookstore, or you may check it out from the Resource Center. If you are interested in any of our resources from the Resource Center, send me a text or email and I will get it to you. During our time of physical distancing while we deal with COVID-19, there may be a delay in getting the resource you need. I have brought some resources with me as I work from home. If I don't have it, I will try to retrieve it from the Presbytery office and get it to you. My contact information is at our website, wvpresbytery.org. Thanks for listening to this book review moment. I hope to see you soon.